boys. Morning. Well, it's about 7 AM. It took me a bit longer to get in here than expected, but I'm about 200 metres from a billabong that I'm expecting there to be some buff at. It's the middle of wet season, soaking wet, so it took me a bit to get in here. But I'm hoping some buff in the area. And today is a fun day. Freezer's empty, so anything's fair game. So I'm pumped. I'm going to cruise up here. There's zero wind at the moment. See what happens. Just the wind. I don't know if you can see that. It's just swirling. Righto, well I got busted at that first billabong because of the wind. The wind was a bit swirly. I've just gone for a fair old walk and come across another billabong. The wind is a lot better now, more consistent, it's actually picked up a bit. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of buffalo around. Honestly, coming in here I would have thought I'd see quite a few. Found some pigs. I'm going to try have a crack at them. Well, there's the wind up to its usual tricks again. They got to about 75, which is further than I'd like to shoot at a pig, or anything really. Wind just did a 180 just for about 30 seconds. Boom, gone. Oh well, nothing you can do about that. Keep going. That is the mother lode. I can see at least 30. I can't see any bulls, but 30 buff all in tight together. It's going to be so hard to stalk in on. All those old cows like super alert, especially when they got young ones there. I just spotted, there is one, I can see one bull in there. There could be more. There's a lot of them that are like fully submerged in the water. And some of them are like nearly swimming, like they just have their head out. But I'm pretty much like snookered here just because there's so many eyes. And the way that they sort of bed down, they sort of, like they do it strategically so that they've got eyes in every direction. I have tried stalking in on big mobs of buff before, and it rarely goes well. It's just too many eyes. So I think the best bet is to just sit here and be patient. I'm in a good ambush spot if they happen to cruise along the side of the billabong. But that's about all I can do for now. And just cross my fingers that the wind stays good. At the moment the wind's perfectly in my face. So I'm just going to sit tight. Wind just decided to do a 180. Typical. Well, it's Australia Day. I'm just out here for an arvo hunt. Just a quick one, it's about 4:30 now, 5 o'clock. The wind's already screwing with me. I'm meant to be coming from the northeast. I can feel it hitting me from the south at the moment, so standard. We're walking in at the moment to a billabong where I found some buff the other day, and see if they're still there. If not, I've got a few more ideas, but that's where we're heading at the moment. It's been raining all day. It's super humid, like I'm just pissing sweat. I've just come into this billabong, and directly across the other side I can see three young buff. They all look to be cows. Just with the wind the way it is, can't really sneak around the edges to get to them. So I'm going to wait here for a minute, see if they start feeding. I expect the buff to be up feeding shortly. Like I said, it's probably past 5 o'clock now. Alright, change of plans. While the wind's pretty good, I'm going to use it. I'm going to back out of here and go around, check out some nearby billabongs. Alright guys, I was just getting ready to do an intro. I'm just sitting off a little water hole at the moment. It's pretty much not even a water hole. And right now I'm watching a pig walk in. So we're gonna have to cut this short. I'm gonna get the binos on him, see if he's a borer. Might make a move on him. Just having a fun day today. Still just trying to get some meat in the freezer, or even happy with a pig. He's coming this way. I'm shaking bad from that. I basically spun the camera around a second ago and I was just going to get a quick clip of me basically saying I'm going in for a stalk. I'm turning the camera around and then I spot another one walking in from my left. And he was already at 20 before I even spun the camera around, and he walked in, he must have been about 17. And then I was fucking around with the camera trying to get it level and shit. And then he just kept cruising and he walked off past that other boar. And then the other boar stood up out of the wallow and just followed him off. It's little shit like that. Like, if you weren't worrying about a camera, bang, I would have just smoked him, but I'm trying to get this shit on camera. Right, well, it's sweltering hot right now. The wind has been it really died off there. And it started swirling a bit, so I didn't bother pursuing those pigs. Kind of thought they might come back anyway, just because there's a very well used wallow here. But they haven't. Off the direction they walked, I know there's another billabong that way. So I might go check it out and see if there's some pigs over there. Hopefully there's some buff. Right, well, there's no sign of those two boars, but I've just spotted about 15 buffalo on the other side of this billabong. And straight away it reminded me of something I've been wanting to talk about. The buffalo always bed down on the upwind side of the billabongs, like every time. And it makes it hard to stalk in because, you know, the wind's in my face at the moment, the billabong's over here. All those trees over on the opposite side, which would allow you to sneak in close, they're protected from them because they can smell anything in those trees. But coming, you know, keeping the wind in my face, it's pretty much impossible. Like, it's really smart the way they set up, and they sort of organise themselves so they got eyes in every direction. It's actually quite clever, and often makes it very hard to stalk in on big groups of buffalo. You're much better off if there's only, preferably one alone, or two or three. They're very strategic about how they do it, and I think a lot of people at home probably don't realise how clever the buffalo are. Especially the big old bulls. They only get that big for a reason. At the moment, I might be in luck, because the wind was directly in my face coming straight across this billabong, and the buffalo were set up in an ideal position. But for the last 5 minutes, I've felt the wind starting to come more across, which will open up an opportunity for me to sneak around the side of the billabong in the trees and stay out of the wind. Or sorry, keep the wind in my face. I'm going to cross my fingers. If it stays consistent like that for another 5 or 10 minutes, I'm making a move. Boots off, going in hard. Idiots, 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 idiots. Idiot. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's down. She's down. She's down. Oh, I didn't press record. I didn't press fucking record. You are kidding me. You are kidding me. Oh my god. Oh my. You are kidding me. You are kidding me. After all that, I didn't press record. I did not press record. Oh my god. I have to laugh at that or I'm gonna cry. I have to laugh at it. I didn't press record and I swear this thing better if this ain't recording. Alright, this is recording. So hopefully there's something for you guys. God, that would have been good footage too. I didn't press record. Unbelievable. The amount of work I've put into getting that. The amount of days I've spent out here in the heat, in wet season heat, getting rained on, 37-degree heat, hardly any wind. And I didn't press record. But she's down, slightly quartering 2-shot, 40 yards, put it right on the money, buried to the offside shoulder, and yeah, I could see her spewing blood as she ran off. Hang this up here. Alright. Well, I'm stoked. She's down. It was a quick, clean kill. Happy with the shot. Super happy with the stalk, everything. It's just that thing that's so close to being perfect. And there's just so much going on in those final moments. You know, as I'm coming in, I'm getting different clips, so I'm pressing start and stop on the camera constantly. And I think I need to always try and, when I stuff something up, I always try and learn from it. And I think in the future I need to stop doing that. Stop worrying about the storage and the battery life. Buy more batteries, buy more storage, and not worry about pressing stop start so much. Because that's what just happened there. Not long before I pressed stop and then forgot to press start again. So, oh well, I hope that's some decent footage for you guys, and I hope, yeah, I don't know, I hope you can understand the amount of work I put into this, and that, you know, it is very, very difficult. There's so many things working. You know, there's probably at least 30 buffalo in this area, and I've got to keep eyes on every single one of them. I've got to keep note of the wind, camera, focus the camera manually, you know, ranging, having the bow ready, having my sight dialed correctly. It's just, animals move, you've got to move the camera, refocus it. There's just so much going on, and oh, I love doing this stuff, but God, oh, it's a love-hate relationship. Right, that's my little rant. I'm going to go back to my pack. I'm going to go get my shoes first, go back to my pack, get some water, sit down for a minute,
and then we'll come over and go and have a look at her. Alright. Well, I just went and picked up my pack. Can head back over now. There's a few storms around. There's a good chance we'll get a good soaking, I reckon, while we're butchering up this buff. Meh. Meh. Dead, 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 dead. Yes. Smoked him. Well, that was crazy. I'm really sweating now. I was walking along just looking for the blood trail of that buffalo. So I kind of had my head down, and then out runs this boar from right in front of me. And he wasn't that spooked. Like, he ran into the bush, but I could tell he wasn't that spooked. Like, he didn't actually see me. He just saw movement and he just jumped up and ran in. But he didn't stop and like look back to see what it was or anything. And I've seen boars act like this before. They just sort of getting a bit of a strut, and they just sort of walk off like, yeah, I'm not happy with this, I'm just going to walk off, like nothing's going to hurt me. So I put my stuff down quickly, just grabbed the GoPro and ran after him. And yeah, he heard me coming a couple times, I think, because I was going pretty quick. And yeah, he didn't want to look back to see what I was, and he just sort of kept strutting off. And yeah, he let me get into 20 yards and I just smoked him. So I don't know if he's that mature or whatnot, but I can't imagine he is. Like, doesn't seem like very good tactics on his part. But yeah, bit of a bonus boar. We'll I'm gonna go in now. I just went back to grab the camera and stuff and my pack. We'll go in, see if we can find the arrow, see if we can find him. I heard him crash, but I don't know where he is. Alright, well, here's that big boar. It's pretty good size in the body. His headgear's no good though, really. I don't think he's very mature at all. His tusks are only, pretty short. But that does explain the way he acted. I can't see a big mature boar acting like that. That'd be a lot more cluey. But it's always good to get a boar on the ground regardless. These things are a huge pest up here, all throughout the northern Australia really. So it's good to get them on the ground. I'm not going to bother taking the headgear out of this guy. It's not worth the time. I've got a buff on the ground as well. So I'm more worried about going and getting that meat processed and packed out and get it in the esky. So that's what we'll do. Nice little bonus boar. Alright guys, well here she is, the big girl. Shot entry was just here. She was slightly quartered too, 40 yards, put it right on the money. Arrow bedded against the offside shoulder and she was down within 100. So I'm so stoked with that. I've worked so hard to get one of these guys on the ground. They're a lot more cunning than you might realise, especially when they're in big groups like they are at the moment. You know, and hunting them in wet season, pretty much everything's working against you. The weather, the rain, the minimal amount of wind means the wind's always swirling. I've just had an absolute nightmarish few weeks trying to get one on the ground. But persistence has paid off. Also guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and give us a sub. You know, click that button, it only takes 2 seconds. I'm going to be making a lot more content this year. I'm going to be going out every chance I get, no matter the weather, whether it's stinking hot like it is now or raining. I'm going to be trying to make a lot more content for you guys, so appreciate it a lot if you give us a sub. I will just add quickly, for any of you guys over in the States or down south who don't realise, these things are a massive problem up here. They're an invasive species. You don't need any permits to hunt them. They're a complete feral animal up here and they cause a lot of destruction to the environment and a lot of damage to all the native animals. And yeah, it's always good to get them on the ground because their numbers in some areas are just out of control. It's hard for any farmers to even keep fences up in some areas just because these guys just don't respect fences and destroy them. Yeah, alright, time to get to work. Well guys, I just finished getting the back straps off. And one of these legs, I just want to show you one of these legs real quick. Just for a bit of... This is one buffalo leg. It probably weighs, I would say, probably 45 kilos at a guess. Maybe more. Super heavy. Everything with a buff is hard to work with. Alright, well that's it. Meat's all loaded up. Heavy as all hell, but that's alright. We like it. Yeah, I only got about a K and a half to go. I've got to do one more trip back because I couldn't quite fit the last bag in my pack. So I'm going to shoot back to the car, drop off the camera gear, drop off the meat, come back. Hopefully I'll get the camera gear in the car before it starts raining. I don't know if you can hear that thunder, but it's coming in fast. But yeah, awesome day out. A lot of success. Got a boar and a buff. Been working real hard for that, so yeah. Like I said before, if you guys haven't subscribed, please go ahead, click that subscribe button, it means a lot to me. Yeah, that's it. I guess I'll catch you in the next one.